Yo YouTube, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is actually an interesting one. We're going to be coaching the boy Warlord, who we've been coaching in the past. He's a Crimson Iridescent player, very good. This is actually his team playing in the CRL, so shout out to that. All right, War, so what we're going to be doing is going through, breaking down the gameplay like normal. If you have any questions, stop me, ask me, and let's go through. It's going to be interesting because, like you said, it's not going to be focused on your POV. It's going to be the overall map, okay? So let's go through and start off now. I believe this is Sin Gaming, so this is it an organization or something for the other team?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so shout out to that guy for recording and stuff. So obviously he probably won't go to you a lot, but I'm going to be really focusing on the arrows and showing you what I think your team could have done and how you guys could have set up. So starting off, this team's going through the left is the pretty standard setup. So I'm paying attention to the mini map right now on the bottom left, and we're just going to kind of play out and see your starting position. So I like this. So far, I like your position. The one thing I don't like is what you guys are covering. So if we actually take a look and see what's going on, right? So you have somebody on the outskirts. Wait, am I on the wrong side? I'm on the wrong side. Not the best start. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was on the wrong side. So you have somebody watching the outskirts. You have somebody going through this side and watching the hill. So straight away, I actually like this kind of play just to set up you have there. So it's number 6 and number 8. So you got Fig and Bo. So I like that setup right there. Then you're over there. So tell me from your POV right now, as like the main AR, what's your kind of goal right now when you're sitting on this top third?
Well, right now I'm trying to watch top and bottom server, telling the people coming on ramp, oh, it's safe to come out. Because I'm noticing the better people I play, they go tunnel less.
Yeah.
It is
Tunnel's just a blender. Tunnel's a blender,
yeah,
exactly.
It's
yeah.
A death trap. It's very low that they're going tunnel. We see it right now. They don't go tunnel. They're going server.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So for me, the big thing to keep an eye on is J rules here. Okay. I think between one of you, if you look here, the only thing I think kind of the weakness in this setup is you don't have any information on this area. It looks like he's also watching a similar area to you. Maybe he's watching tunnel here. I personally, in my opinion, I feel like he's better off focusing on this right side. And maybe I would say at the most, like just focus on this bit here. So this head glitch here is quite popular, right? And focusing on this bit. For me personally, if I had my AR here, kind of watching over that section, just for a second, just to see what's going on and getting some information while you're watching over, I think where you are, you can easily watch top server, and if anyone pushes tunnel, at least you get the information. So for me, the biggest thing is a communication between you and I believe it was J Rules, okay? He doesn't need to, in my opinion, again, we can talk about that in a second, but he doesn't need to watch this right now and you watch it. It has to be down for me. Communication. You say, right, there's 2 people server. What you're trying to do right now is you're trying to get the information. Both of you watching the same thing, you're going to get the same information. So for me, just little things like this is what can separate teams, because right now there are 2 people on this side and you guys don't know that. All you know is that there's maybe 1 over there. So let's play this out. Because right now, okay, imagine if this player here, this Zeiss, and number 2 decided to push through. If they see there's no one's kind of watching that area, if I'm them right now, I'm easily just kind of going through and just sneaking on by. And before you know it, they're going to be spawning over there. And what then happens is every kill you get, you're going to spawn them out. That's fine. As soon as they get 1 kill on you, right? As soon as they take out 1 player, you're going to then spawn out there. And it's going to start to flip the map. So it's all these little details about looking at the minimap and saying, right, 10 seconds in, no one's even got on the hill. We already have a gap in our setup. It's not a big thing, but can you see how we can easily probably sneak on by?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. And again, I'm always expecting the worst, right? I'm just thinking of the worst scenario, and that is the worst. But let's play it out, see what happens. So you see he breaks the glass. He breaks the glass. He goes through. Where's number 7? Number 7, same spot. He's kind of backed off here. And just like I said, number 1's pushed through. Okay? I think he could have done it a second earlier. So now number 1's pushing through. You guys are in the same spot. So you're still up top here. And now number 7, J Rules, is turning around. So this is the big problem for me. Now he's turning around. He probably has a glass break. He doesn't have any information. I prefer my teammate taking the gunfight over there. Like once you know they're in this room, take the gunfight there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because right now what you're seeing is he's taking the gun. He doesn't know where he is. He could be behind you wherever. Where if he was watching this right window, at least he could have stopped them from coming out. So let's go through. Let's pay attention to the kill feed here. Again, even your teammate on the hill, right? There's no reason for him to kind of jump on their side. This is all down to the communication and your optimal setup right now. If you're War, okay, you're sitting on top with an AR, I want you to tell me, where do you want your player in the hill right now? Where would you like number 4? And what would you like him to watch for you?
Maybe be on the left side of the point, looking
Like there?
server, looking
Okay.
ramp, and then I could just cover tunnel and top snow.
I think that's
Like you only have to
perfect.
watch one side.
I think again, what it comes down to is information, right? I think if you two are playing together at this point, you know that at least your flank is kind of secured. Well, it was, but your teammate's kind of given that up now. So he's given up this area. So now it's like two of them on the hill. The problem is again, they're kind of, let's play this out. Right now, this player here, right? So it's Fig right now. What are you watching? It looks like you're watching this area. You're watching this area, but if I'm value, I can probably kill Fig. So you can see you're kind of getting the trade, but there's no need for Fig to be here. You know what I mean? There's no reason for him to be kind of exposed, because you can see you're like panicking. You're trying to shoot this guy. If I'm value, I'm taking a step to the left. I'm killing Fig there. So a little bit unfortunate for them not to get the kill. You see the stun goes on, chucks a stun through. You get the first kill, but this is what I said at the start. Look at number 1 on your minimap, okay? This is the play I was looking out for at the start, and he's made the play that I said at the start. This is what we got to be wary of. Another thing I'm curious on, I'm not sure if you'll be able to remember, the communication between you and number 7 there. Do you remember him saying anyone's flanking there or not really?
No, there was no comms. I told him to watch warehouse, but
yeah,
he just slipped through, I guess.
So again, you're saying it slipped through, but he didn't actually watch it once. Okay, so we saw it now. He didn't watch it once. So again, I'm not saying anything to anyone. It's not really. I'm just trying to say, like, when there's gaps in the setup, this is what can happen, right? And now in your head, you're thinking he's got that covered. So when you guys talk now, this should be like a common ground. He should say, right, I think someone might have snuck by. At least give you the indication, because right now you could check your flank and get really good timing. But can you see how you're not even checking your flank? And I guarantee this guy kills you here. Who kills you? Number 2. Okay, so you end up dying to top snow, which is unfortunate. But let's see where you spawn here. So look at the minimap with me. So this is where it gets a bit strange, okay? You end up spawning behind him. The problem with this is, in a real game, I don't think this makes sense, right? With him being there, you shouldn't really spawn right behind him. But what ends up happening is the game hasn't identified the spawn flip, okay? So at this point, you're still going to spawn behind him, and his teammates are still going to spawn out. After the next wave of kills, if he's still there, maybe the spawns flip. But right now, you should be hunting this guy here. So let's look at the kill feed again. So he takes out your teammate. And again, you could just see you guys are taking on gunfights one by one. There's no coordination. Now, while this is happening, there's a big problem in the middle of the map pair. What do you think the problem is with the hill right now? What would you say?
I don't know. I'm not seeing anything right now.
So for me personally, I don't like having 2 people on the hill at all. I don't think that's a good play. I think in terms of map control, you just don't have a lot of map control, especially with you dying, right? The only support they had was you. Now you're dead. I think if I'm breaking this hill, I don't know, I just feel like it's a lot easier. Like if I was to break this hill right now, actually, let me ask you, if you were to break this hill right now and they had 2 people, what would you rather fight? Would you rather fight 2 people on the hill or 1 person top third, 1 person on their side? What would you rather fight if you're the blue team?
I feel like I could swarm the 2 people on hill better.
I agree, because there's so many angles, right? Because right now, look at the arrow. Look at the arrows. They're both watching that. If number 4 decides to go through this way and flank them, he gets a free 2-piece.
Yep.
Or if number 3 decides to go up top, he distracts them, and then number 4 pushes through the side. There's just so many possibilities where if you have, for example, number 4 up top pair, what happens is number 3 stays down. Even if he pushes through, you'll be able to spot him. Get some intel, get some damage down. So that's the key difference here. Let's kind of see how this plays out.
So do you think in that situation, the second I died, somebody should have been
100% reacting to that?
Like, should have left and been on the catwalk looking server?
So that's the thing. It doesn't have to be catwalk. The game isn't as like, you know, rigged as like, oh, I have to go here. I have to replace you, right? It's more just reading the pressure. So right now, if I'm number 6 or number 8, you can see both of them on the hill. I think number 8 or number 6, probably number 8 right now, Bo, because he's closer, should go to the green stairs. Like if I'm Bo right now, I'm probably going up to these stairs and just trying to see catwalk, just making sure that we have a bit of map control, watching over, just kind of supporting him, because you don't need 2 people on the hill. It's not like control where you have to stack the hill, right? It's just, for me, you can see right now. Now look, Bo's by himself on the hill. He gets 1 shot. They push him out, they kill rules, and now look what happens. They both end up running away at the same time. Can you see? They both just run away from the hill. So they're both on the hill, then they both run away. What I think would have been better is one of them run away earlier, reposition, and one of them stayed on the hill. And I think would have really just made that setup a little bit easier. Because remember, you're not just playing for the hill, you're playing for the map control. So now they both run away. You've basically given up this much map control. This is what's happened now. The blue team, they now have this much map control. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because your whole team is retreated. And then what happens is after one wave of kills, you're going to spawn out now. Because you've allowed them to push up so far. So while this is going on, number one is still making moves there. You can see he's trying to go through. You're trying to find him. So right now, you and number 6 got to work together. And again, he kills him. So right now, I'm not sure what you're doing. It looks like you're playing patient. But I think, again, you guys got to work together here. So I know I keep rewinding it. Let's just look at the arrows and let's focus on you for a second, okay? So you're arrow number 5. So when you spawn up, you should have the call out right now. What is number 1? He's in P2, okay? Your number 7 dies to him, so J rules dies. So you now know that number 1 is in P2. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's see what you do here. So you're going through. For me, if number 6 is retreating, between you and him, you should be able to work effectively to kill number 1. But look what happens. You're not pushing through. He's now pushing into this P2 area by himself and ends up dying. I think you guys have to pinch that together. Right. Now, I'm not saying you played it wrong or he played it wrong. There's no right or wrong play there. But the right play is to play together. The wrong play is to play separately. Does that make sense? It's not about pushing in quicker, because you were clearly waiting for him to come to you. Your teammate was clearly pushing him. I'm not really worried about the pacing. I'm more worried about doing something together. So you or him should say, right, let's push him. I'm going to pinch him now. Just go together. Because now he's got 2 kills and you haven't got the trade. You haven't got the trade because you're not there for the trade, which you should have been, or he should have taken his time. Okay. Again, I don't know the comms, so I can't tell you who was kind of right there. It's just more as a team, you guys should be saying, right, he's in P2, I'm pushing now. I think your teammate should have said that, and then you should have pinched. Because now what's happening is that kill right there, look what's happened. Now your team are spawning out. So this is another big thing. The second you look at the minimap right now, let's kind of play this out again. The second you look at the minimap right now and your teammate spawns there, okay? As soon as your teammate spawns there, that says to me, the spawn behind you is open. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you should now be like, oh shit, okay, this spawn's open. We're not spawning here anymore. We're spawning P3. So you should play your life. So I actually don't mind you playing back here. But again, because your teammate pushed through, it was just a communication thing. But now again, now your teammates are spawning out. I think if I'm you right now, there's 10 seconds left. This is you right now, okay? You're standing right there. You have 2 teammates on the minimap spawning out around P3. And you have 1 other person coming from P3, probably coming off spawn, okay? You should have an idea. So you know one's on the hill. Where would you guess the rest are right now with 15 seconds left? What would you say?
They're rotating to P2, probably in the middle of point maybe, or in maze.
So we can just say one's there. We're just going to guess right now, okay? We're going to say one's there, maybe one's top, like, I don't know, top window, right? Just as an idea. What you don't want to do, this is so crucial. You right now are the X factor, okay? Because if you die, what happens? Just play it out. If you die right now, you guys spawn out and you guys have this much map control, okay? You have 1/3 map control. They can then trap you in. So that's the worst case scenario for you to die right now. You can see it right now. If you die, it's not going to be good. Now, if you just stay alive, don't even kill anyone, just stay alive for a second and just get some attention onto you. What could happen is this, right? This guy can start to find you. He can start to find you. You play your life. Let's just say you distract 2 of them. And you're really playing your life well, even for 10-15 seconds. During that time, you need to tell your teammate, I am distracting them. You guys need to push now. There's 2 on me. You need to give that information so they know they're in a 3 versus 2. During that time, they should be progressing together, going through. And eventually, even if it's a 2v2, whatever, and they end up winning the gunfights, hopefully they start spawning out. Because as these fights are going on, you're right at the back. So you're distracting 2 of them, hopefully, right? During this time, they're pushing through. And what could happen is you guys end up winning that gunfight simply because you played your life. Now, I'm not saying this is easy. You can obviously die on the pinch, right? Of course, you can die at the back. But the longer you play your life, the more distraction you have, the other team are going to be distracted. They're going to be turning around and they're going to have less focus on the front. So let's see what you do here. Do you have any questions on that? Does that make sense?
No, I was just going to ask, where do I play my life? And then you answered it in the back spawn.
Again, it's just, that's the thing I want you to be more creative with. That when you're scrimming and when you're playing, right, this is a perfect example. when you're scrimming, say this exact scenario, okay? I want you to play back here and I want you to get feedback for yourself and be like, okay, what was the problem with that? Oh, you know what? That was a great spot, but I didn't have a trophy and I died. So now next time you try it, you have a trophy. Do you know what I mean? You're going to find spots for yourself. Different players have different spots. Like Celium, he might play a different spot to Insight. Scrappy might play a different spot. It's about you to find those spots that you're comfortable with and try to adjust. That's why I feel like some of the best players, they're not afraid to make mistakes. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just try different things and see what's the best for you. But if I had to pick a spot, I would probably say back here. The problem you have as well is if you go all the way back here, the other problem they can have is they might read that pressure and say, you know what? Let war stay there. We're not worried about war. We're going to go through. We're just going to watch the front. And then what you have is you're actually literally useless. Like, this is not good either. Because they're going to kill them. They're going to kill them. And then, even if they spawn at the back, right, with you, they're going to trap you at the back for another wave of kills. And they're going to start to rotate. So with 30 seconds, you're going to have to fight from this side. They're going to keep you trapped there. And they're going to have P3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A little bit more complicated there, but it just shows you the domino effect. So your job is to be close enough to distract them, but not too far to have no effect. That's your goal. Now, all that to say, let's see what you do here. So you're by yourself, and there you go. That's the wrong play, in my opinion. You're getting aggressive, you're pushing them. The second you die there, I know now, you should, if the game's not retarded, like, I don't know what's wrong with this game, it's so rigged. If this game's not rigged right now, you should spawn here, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see. I was going to tweak if you spawn right there. But because you died in that gunfight, instead of backing off and playing your life, you challenged them. What ended up happening was you went through and now you're spawning out, just like I said. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what do you think you could have done better there?
Well, like, I think I did good shouldering it, but after I saw two people, I'm like, oh, no, it's not worth it. Let me just play my life, like you said, and be in the back.
So you said you did good shouldering, right? But for me, again, I think your intention was to get the kill and like just. I think right now you just got to be very careful because if they know you're there, like you can see you shouldered it, right? It's just too late. Like right now, you probably could have been at the back already. For me, it's just about being very careful here because you shouldered it, but you lost a gunfight, and now if they're a good team, they should trap you in for about 40 seconds there. So I think you were so valuable there. But I've kind of played it out in my head, like I showed you, right? So both sides, what could have happened, and then what you did, and the consequences. So yeah, so what we're going to say?
So do you think the second number 6 died, I should have just automatically went and played my life?
I mean, I think so. I think so. Again, it's all about the scenario in this case, right? So if we go forward. So where did 6 die?
Or number 7.
So you talk about right now? Oh, okay, before?
Yeah, like we said we could have pinched them.
Oh, right now? Yes, right now.
Okay, what's number 6?
So it's not just about the death, it's also about where your teammates are spawning. The second I look at the minimap and I see number 7 spawn out, that tells me we do not have spawns right now. So are you happy with that logic?
Oh yeah, on my minimap when I saw my teammate spawning out, I should just played one. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh shit, okay, my teammate's spawning out. So that's kind of like stage 1, okay? Stage 2 is this now. When your team gets 2-pieced, that's 2 people spawning out. So right now, and then another thing is Bo just died as well. So now Bo spawned out, number 7 is spawned out, and number 6 has just died. Basically, your whole team has spawned out. You do not need to get kills right now. You guys are down by 3 kills. The only way you get away from this by getting kills is if you get a 3-piece right now. Again, do you see what I'm saying? You're trying to even it up. You're not going to even it up right now. You need to play your life. You're going to probably be down 10, 20 seconds here, but that's fine. Play the bigger picture. Play the pinch. Let your teammates get position again. Play the pinch. Because now you go through, you end up dying here, and look what happens. You guys spawn out. And now they've got you trapped. And remember what I said. If I'm the blue team, what's my setup? I've got someone in the hill. I've got somebody in the window. I've got somebody playing this area here. And I've got somebody top third, right? I have all 4 people watching the front. What is the worst thing to happen right now if I'm the blue team? The worst thing to happen is this. Is War's behind me and War kills a guy top third. Because now we have to worry about our flank. We have to worry about our flank, all 3 of us, and we have to worry about the front. It just makes them second guess themselves. And that's where your team can find gaps in the setups. That's where they can push through. Okay. But right now, when they know that you're not behind them, you're in front, there's no gap. There's this easy. Right now, a team not as good as you can trap you. And that's what you want to avoid. Honestly, right now, if you have any good team, they should be able to get 45 seconds from this setup. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they should know we're respawning.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The 2 just called out, oh, I spawned here. they're probably coming from warehouse or tunnel. Let's just watch that.
Exactly. For me, another problem I'm seeing from them, I don't know, I'm coaching them now, but their setup just looks too compact. When I'm playing, what I like to do is I like to have my setup a little bit spread and a little bit pushed out. The problem I'm seeing from this team right now, which is why it looks like it's actually easy for you guys to break it, is they're playing so tight on this setup that they don't have a lot of map control right now. If I'm them, I'm not letting you escape this glass. I'm not letting you leave tunnel. You're staying trapped in this spawn. Like, let's back off a little bit. Let's see how you guys got out and whose fault it was. So right now, you're number 7 and number 5, yeah? So Rules and you, okay? You right now are trying to get out. Look at this, look at this. Somebody should have stopped you right there. There's no reason why they should let you out there. Okay? And you're probably thinking the same thing. You're probably thinking, oh, I'm out? Okay, now you're probably happy. Okay, I'm out. I can make a play now. And that's what you want to avoid. So just to reverse it, if you're in this scenario, you want to trap them in the warehouse. Don't let them get out, because then they can make a play. Okay.
And you're saying this team is too compressed. How do you find the perfect place to be spread out, but not spread out enough that you push out spawns? Or you?
It's just about covering lanes. Like, for example, this hill. I think just logically, if you just look at the hill and just think like logically, where are the main threats? Okay, the main threat would be top window, the bottom window, tunnel, top snow, and that's mainly it. Like maybe server. But if somebody right now, like if you guys spawn up and you're going to go all the way around, to be honest, that's going to take 25 seconds. You can have that. Like, you got to remember, you're not trying to win the game 250-0, right? You're trying to win the game. This is what you're trying to do, like roughly. You're trying to get 40 to 45 seconds a hill on a good hill, right? And then even if you give them the 15, that's terrible, right? Even if you give them the 15, you're going to have a 3-time score at the end of the game, right? So if somebody in their team, like if your team decides to flank right now, and I'm the blue team, I'm going to let you flank. I'm going to hold the hill from the front and then start to rotate. So having that in mind, right now, okay, give me some ideas. If you're the blue team right now, where would you want someone? Just give me 1 or 2 places to put someone.
The outer P2 where number 2 is.
Yeah.
Blue number 2, I would want somebody there.
Okay.
And maybe top 3.
Okay. So for me, it's about what are they watching. So if I'm having somebody here, I like that. I'm very happy with that. I love someone top 3 because he can watch the whole of tunnel and the whole of snow. And remember, he doesn't have to kill anyone. You just have to distract them. You have to slow them down. They have to come to you. So that's all you have to do. Just slow them down, get some shots off. They have to come to you. And you know people are going to come through warehouse, so maybe have someone window. That's it. Their setup wasn't terrible. It's just, for me, you can see that this player here, instead of playing pushed up, he played back there. And what happens is he's just allowing you guys to get out, play to tank, get closer to the hill. You don't want to let them get closer. Let's see what you guys do here. So now you're going through. So 45 seconds left there. They're spawning far back here. And look, you see how Rules gets through? That's what you want to avoid as a blue team. They shouldn't even let him get through here. And now look. So if your player gets 1, this is where the pinches have to go in. So he's waiting, he's taking his time. This is good. Now you two have to pinch together here. Let's see what happens. And he goes in by himself. So you see? Actually, no, sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, you guys went in together. That was actually good. Who died by themselves then? Someone died. I think it was number 7. Let's see what happens here. So number 6 goes in. Oh, he actually kills. Okay, I'm tweaking. Yeah, so he goes through. This is great from you guys. Can you see you guys push together? This is really good. You guys go through, you get the kills. That's a really good break from you guys. But what you have to worry about now is you don't actually want the spawns here. Okay, with 25 seconds left, what you want to try to do is you want to try to break it from the front, but keep them spawning there, because you want P3 spawns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't mind this. The game's close. You're like, I'm just going to get this time here. But this is where you've basically done this. Because you guys rotated late, you've sacrificed the hill the first 30 seconds, okay? So because you put so much pressure on the last 30 seconds, you've now got the spawn as well. So right now, this is the biggest thing I want you to understand about this. The way the game works, okay, is where are the P2 spawns? Where would you say the P2 spawns are?
The back. All the way in the back.
Okay.
P2 spawns, and I guess for them it would be back. Would it not be back P3?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. So when there's 10 seconds left of P2, okay, if you have this spawn, that is not a good thing, because what's going to happen is when you spawn up here, let's say there's 5 seconds left and you just spawn up here, you just die. You now have to travel about 25 seconds to even have a gunfight. So what that means is right now, with 23 seconds left, whatever you're fighting for right now, they're going to get anyways, right? So if I'm you, that right now, number 6, no matter what happens right now, if you guys get 3 pieces, I don't care, whatever, he needs to rotate right now. He has to. The second he spawns up here and there's 25 seconds left, he should be like, shit, we don't want these spawns anymore. We only wanted them up to 35 seconds. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People get this wrong all the time. People think because it's P2, we need P2 spawns. No, you need P2 spawns for about half the hill. And then you actually want to keep them spawning there and hold from the other side. That's what you really want. Like if I'm them, I'm actually okay with this right now because the score's about even. They're probably going to have a 10-second deficit, but they've got spawns right now. So let's see number 6 here. Let's see what happens. And this is the problem. This is the biggest problem. I don't care about anything else on the hill. Well, actually, I do care. There's 3 of you guys in the hill, and there's 20 seconds left. Number 6 is taking too long. Way too long. Way too long. He should already be over there, okay? He should already be there. And there's 3 of you. There is no need for 3 of you to be here. There's no benefit, okay? Because right now, you guys are going to have this spawn regardless. This is what we need to realize, okay, War? You guys are going to have this shit spawn anyways. So if you're sending one person to go through, you're basically saying you want one person to flip the spawns. That's exactly what's going on right now. You're expecting your player here to get a 4-piece and flip spawns, okay? That's the worst thing you want. And the other thing is you guys are pushed up here. What you're trying to do is for the next 10-15 seconds, you're trying to flip the spawns as quick as possible. Before P3 starts, you want them spawning here for P2. You want them spawning all the way there. See what I'm saying? But that's not how it's playing out. And now let's see what happens. And now you give them time to set up, right? So now you're going to go through. They've got a full setup. I think this is a fairly okay hill to break. It just starts with the team kills. Let's see what happens there. So again, if I'm them, the criticism from their side, in my opinion, is they didn't have anyone cutting the lanes, right? So when you're rotating from P2 to P3, if I'm them, I'm having somebody in this window, I'm having somebody top snow. Because then what happens is when you jump out this hill, War, when you jump out this hill, if he kills you, where do you spawn?
Back of the point, back of the map,
right?
basically.
That's exactly. And if you kill him, where does he spawn? Let's say you gunned him. Good shit. You gunned him. Where does he spawn?
Probably in the back of the warehouse.
So it's not really a negative thing, right? Because he has another wave. Yeah, so that's the advantage. Exactly. Exactly. He'll actually come back and he'll probably meet you there again by the time you're there. So you have to kill him twice before you get to the hill. The problem they have is because they're playing so deep right now, you only have to kill him once. If you go through right now, War, and you kill him, he might spawn out. So this is why you don't want to play deep. You want to play high up a little bit. Let's see what happens. Because you can see right now, you guys are actually close to the hill. Like, I know your teammate died there, but you guys are kind of close. Like, you guys are really close to actually breaking it. It just takes one set of gunfights because of how far they didn't push out enough. Not sure about that dolphin dive there, but the way you guys broke it there was just, it just seemed like there was no coordination. I don't know how it is. Maybe that's something you guys can talk as a team and just about how you're breaking stuff. But what you're trying to do right now, War, is forget the hill. You're trying to win that first gunfight. Once you win that first gunfight, you're going to overwhelm them because they're going to have to watch different angles. And that's when you catch people slipping. So right now, FaZe are the best team at breaking, in my opinion, stuff like this. The way they break, I feel like is really good. They have Simp and Abizi. They go together. They bait the first person. Once they get that first kill, it opens up the whole setup. Okay? So right now, you guys should be just thinking, right, how can we get this first kill? Don't worry. Don't panic right now because what's happening now, let's play it out. It looks like you guys are panicking. You guys are rushing because they've got the hill. And now look, number 7 goes in.
Yeah, we're talking more about, oh, let's focus on the kills instead of hardpoint. It's fine giving up 10, 15 seconds if that means we get the other 45.
Exactly, because right now, 100%, that's perfect. Because right now, what you're seeing is, look at number 7. He gets impatient. Okay, he goes in, he dies. They've now got the spawns and the first kill. This is impossible. Number 6 goes in. He's trying to make a pinch, but there's no map control. There's no distraction. So look, number 6 is by himself. He gets taken out. Now they're taken out. You guys have to get a 2 versus 4. Okay? Right now, this is impossible for you guys. The best thing you can do, the best thing you guys can do is hold your lane where you are. Hold your lane and just try to distract them and let your teammates reinforce you. Try to get a few kills. Let me explain why. If you die right now, what's going to happen? I want you to tell me. If you die right now, let's say you're up top here and you die.
I spawn in the back.
Not only do you spawn in the back, what's the biggest problem? You'll spawn here, so it's not the end of the world. What's the biggest problem with what's happening now? If you die?
The enemy team is just gonna have an extra 20 seconds, 25 seconds.
Exactly. And the biggest thing for me, what I wanted you to kind of get to is if you guys are up here, right? Let's say you're here. At least you guys are trapping them back there. Okay. At least you're fighting them and they're not pushed out. You can then wait for your second wave. What people are doing, and you guys did this as well, it's like you're thinking one wave, you have to break the hill. That's not how it works. This is a long hill, right? 60-second hill. You guys lost 2 people. Cool. Let them come back again. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to lose this map control. Because if you die right now, or if you jump off like you dolphin dived off, I'll show you. If you jump off and you 2 die, and these guys spawn here, what happens? If I'm the blue team, I'm pushing out. I'm getting more map control. Okay. And then when you spawn, that's when you get spawn trapped. Okay?
So like, even if it's only 1 or 2 people trying to break, we should always keep
even more of a reason. That's even more of a reason not to. Look what you do here. This is your mentality in this moment. If I didn't know you and I didn't speak to you and I saw this, and let's say you sent your gameplay in and you asked me to review it, right? What I would say right now, this player War doesn't have a lot of discipline because he's by himself and he dolphin dives off. I would say he thinks he's gonna world star them. What you did right there is you just dolphin dived off. I don't know if it's an accident, but right there, plays like that is what we got to avoid.
My mindset, because number 3 died.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. That back warehouse is clear. Let me try to go top warehouse. I could survive and let my team come and we could break again. But
okay.
I didn't make it.
It's just, again, it sounds like a fairy tale. Like you're not going to get there. You're not going to survive. It's like a 1 in 50 chance right there. I'd rather you play up here, just play your life a little bit, get some kills, like get some map control, let them push up again. Because now look, if this was a better team, look what they're doing right now. Can you see this player here, number 2? If I was number 2, I'm pushing out because I'm not. Why am I sitting here waiting for you guys to come in tunnel? No, I'm playing a prone angle. I'm catching you guys while you're sprinting. And that's what the better players do. They catch you while you're sprinting. They push out. Because after another wave of kills, this guy's going to go left. You guys aren't even going to realize with 20 seconds left, you guys are going to spawn here, right? This guy's already behind you. He's already going to new. And that's how some teams are going to put you in the blender. You're going to get a 100-point club like that. And look at this right now. You guys are pushing through. They've given you time to push through. Let's see what happens. Again, look at that. Your player right there. I'm being harsh on purpose. I want you guys to, like, you know, improve as a team. Look at your player right now. There's no way he's winning this gunfight. And then it's the same thing. You guys are then pushing 1 by 1. So look, this guy's on the head glitch. Now, I want you to tell me, if Proxy was a silver player and this guy was a crimson, he probably still would be able to kill him right now. He's not
50-50.
You think that's a good head glitch? You think it's a 50-50 gunfight? I think this guy's got a 95% chance of winning this. Will you think your teammates be able to win that? Like, you think that's a 50-50 right now?
Or just the Crim would just save his gun skill, but yeah, like even if he is Crim silver.
Okay, you're saying if it's Crim, yeah. Okay, forget the rank then. And like, right now, this is like a 90% chance Proxy wins this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same skill level, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just say, like you said, maybe it's a 50-50 even then. But why are we even taking these gunfights? You know what I mean? Like, this should be a shoulder, get some information, check it, and go with number 5, which is you. But you see, you're going up top, right? He should come with you, or he should take his time, or like they just pinch together. And now this is the problem. 30 seconds left. You guys are pushing again. If I'm you right now, I do not want to get these spawns now. I want to break the hill from the front and keep spawns for new. I do not want these back spawns here, back P3. Let's see what happens. So Bo goes through, takes out 1. You die. Same thing. Number 7 goes through, ends up dying. It looks like you guys are trying to get spawns here. So I'm actually, like, if I'm you right now, I'm actually okay with this. I mean, you know what? Give them the time right now. Now, this is the thing. You got number 5, 6, and 7, okay? Before we get into this, there's one thing I want to see. What I want to see from you guys right now is pushing up the map. Exact same thing I said to you earlier.
Oh, you're going to be mad then.
I am. I'm going to be mad at this. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I remember this.
Let me explain. If you're P3 right now, let's say the whole blue team, where are they? They're all at P3. That's their mistake. They're not, bro, I'll be honest. This team you're playing, you should fry them. They're not playing great Call of Duty, I'll be honest. They have 4 people on the hill right now with 20 seconds left. If you are a good team right now and you're the red team, you're having somebody up here, you're having somebody on the tank, or let's say P2, okay? You're having somebody on the hill watching the left, and maybe someone in the back watching over him, okay?
No, yeah, in my opinion, with this setup, I think, yeah, it would be perfect, but I feel like us as a team, we're not confident. Like, if number 2, if number 2 dies,
yeah,
then I feel like our whole team just gets, like, our whole mindset is like gone now. Like, oh, you know, the whole bottom side of the map is covered. There's more pressure on number 1 now, and then that puts pressure on number 3, and that puts pressure on number 4.
So again, this is about adapting and realizing. So if your player dies here, the first thing is, where does he spawn? If he spawns, you know, over there, what does that tell you? That tells me they're all coming through this side of the map. Okay. So then you now know number 3 doesn't really need to worry about this side. He can now help the back. This guy can come through. You see what I mean? There's still flexibility. You guys still have the advantage. You, just because someone dies doesn't mean you have to panic. You just have to look at the minimap and read where's the pressure coming from. Let's say your teammate spawns back here. All right, cool. You know what? We've given up a bit of P5 control. Maybe you now go to the left-hand side and you hold it from a different angle because you don't want to now die to there. And maybe he watches the back. You know what I mean? Just hold from different angles, and try stuff. And then watch your VODs back and be like, oh, what happened? So you died. You don't need to overcommit there. Like just stuff like that. Just work together. But let's just say for now, this setup, okay? Let's just say you have someone here. There's so many steps you can have. Let's just say this is your setup, okay? You're keeping them trapped here. You're keeping them trapped here, and that's what you want because they're not pushed out. And that way, you can keep them spawning back there. Exactly the same thing I said they should have done to you. So let's see what happens. So now number 8's pushed up. So Bo's actually playing well right now. I like what Bo's doing. You guys are too passive right now for the start of the hill, okay? The hill's still got 10 seconds left. I think you guys need to be pushed out a little bit. For the next 10 seconds, like, get these kills. Spawn them all the way back there. You know what I mean? Because now, look how much map control you're giving them. So you're right there. Good kill. Great kill from Rules there. Now he's going to back off. Let's see when number 2 spawns there. So 2, look where 2 spawns. All the way back there. That's what you want. But this is the problem. Again, Rules doesn't need to die there. He doesn't need to overcommit. He gets the first kill. Just play some angles, shoulder, get some shots off. You don't need to overcommit. You don't need to die. So once he gets his first kill, he needs to back off, just play his life a little bit. You can see he overcommits. He ends up dying. But you still have the advantage here. You still have the advantage. Now you're watching this middle. Okay, I think you should be watching over the hill from the left there and just kind of reading the pressure. Let's see what happens there. But you guys should know your catwalk's empty here. Right there, look on number 8. And that's the problem for me. Look, now look. Remember the setup I had for you guys? How much map control you had? Now look. Now you guys are turtling. When you turtle, it means you're scared. Whenever a team turtles, it means they're scared. They're just backing off. Now look at your map control. As a graph, this is your map control now. Okay, you have no mid-map control. So if I'm them, they've got catwalk. They've got catwalk for free. Now there's 3 of them on catwalk. And this is the problem. This is where it starts to spiral. Because you've given them catwalk. You've given them time. If they get 3 people down now, they're going to spawn you out.
This will be fucking fantastic. So top 3.
Just play out. Does that make sense there?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, again, this setup, to be honest, this hill's very easy to hold. So you might end up holding it. But again, it's just about the pressure. You don't want to give them an opportunity. Like, you want to be pushing up. Now, this shouldn't be an option. This should be like a last minute setup if needed. But I think you guys could have had a better setup there. Good kills, good kills. And again, like right now, you guys get 2 down. Bo needs to push out. Okay. But you should tell him. You should be like, yo, Bo, why are you next to me? Right? If you want to be the leader, you should be telling him because he might not know, which is fine. But you right now, if you're standing here and you can see someone on your minimap, right? You should be telling him, can you push out? Like, get control here. Like, you should be here watching this P5 area. That's what you should be telling him. Right? That's just a good teammate right there. If you see that, you tell him, he'll start to pick that up. He'll be like, oh, you know what? War told me this 4 times in a row. I'm going to do this now. It's going to be instincts. But it's hard for people to understand that until you show them. Okay? Does that make sense, though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I see it.
Because, like, he could think it himself, great. But for you to evolve, I'm coaching you, right? For you to evolve as a player, you should spot that. You should spot right now, okay, we got a 2-piece. We have 2 people on the hill. I'm over there. Yo, Bo, push up a bit. Let's get P5 control, and then you can push up as well. You can get top 3rd control. Like, just communicate what you want them to do as well, like, as a leader. So right now, look, you're both watching the same thing. Now Bo pushes up. Again, the problem is it could be a little bit late. It's okay in this scenario, but it could have been a little bit late. So now you guys should have map control. So if we look right now, what's the problem for the blue team? Well, same thing. They're kind of trapped in this side of the base. You guys need to keep them there. Let's see how you do that. So 7's going through. Number 8's sitting there, which I don't mind. You're going through to top snow, it looks like. Good play from number 7. I like this play from 7. Let's see what happens here. I don't know why you have 6 and 7 going that way, because you actually want to keep it from P2. You want to hold P2 side and trap them here, right? Because not only for P1, but for P5 and P1, you want to trap the... I mean, for the next 3 hills right now, right, you actually want your opponents to be trapped here. That's what you want for the next 3 hills. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I see it.
Because like, well, P5 you want them there, P1 you want them there, P2 you want them there. So you should right now just set up to a point where you're just keeping them trapped there. But that's not really what's going on. You have two people kind of flanking now. Let's see what happens. There's no map pressure from this side. Again, just about pinching that.
Right now, I could have been on P2 or like by the silos and
yeah, exactly. Because
helping number 6 and 7 push.
Yeah, because it's not like you're playing in a bad spot, but the way your team's playing, you'll be more beneficial going through P2 right now. Because now look at this disconnect. Your teammates on the hill. You have two people watching over from that angle, but then, you know, no one's going for the other angle. He takes out one, and now look, you guys get 2Ps because you're both watching the same thing. You and Bo right there were looking through the same window. There was no one coming through P2. There was no like spread of your angles and stuff. And now you're spawning out. Let's see what happens. 30 seconds left. You guys should still be good here. So right now, Rules, you got like Rules needs to play his life here by himself. He's got to play his life. Let me just show you the difference here. Do you remember when I told you at the start of P2 when to play your life? This is why. Look what happens here. Rules playing his life. They're not worried about you right now. Look, they're looking for him. Can you see? They're not worried about you. They're looking for him. And that's the power of playing your life. They need to look for you, and then they're not worried about your teammates. But it's an even game. Let's see what happens here. You're going through. Again, the trades are going in. There's a good kill from you. There you go. There's 2 down. It's getting very mixy right now. You just want to make sure you're keeping the spawns there. You want to keep this side of the map here. Kind of get set up again. So like you should have them in the trap right now. You should have everything covered.
I love that.
And then let's see what happens. I think you guys just get kind of peace right there. Who's in there? Is that you? No. Who's number 7? Okay, you're on point. Okay, so number 7's here. Yeah, cool. Again, I don't know why he's top server there. I don't think he needs to be when you have that side. Like you want to just trap them there. Look at the minimap for me. Okay, look at the minimap at number 3. Look at number 3 sneak them by. Same thing. There's just so much disconnect in the team right now. Number 7's top server. Number 8 is watching over you. Number 6 is in the hill, right? No one's watching the outer skirts. So number 3 sneaks one by. Look at this guy. J Rules, I don't think needs to be up here. He should be maybe top catwalk, watching, like staying on one side of the map. Because now look, if you're going to play up here, you need to play creddy and like play for the kills, not kind of peek the window. Because now he goes through, he ends up dying. Look at number 3 for me, please. Number 3 goes through. He's going to flank your teammate. No one's watching that side. Now, if I'm number 3 right now, I'm fully flanking and just going behind them. So you end up going through. So you guys end up winning some clutch gunfights there. But again, I feel like they kind of gave that to you. I'm just really looking at the minimap right now, just seeing kind of what's going on. So you guys watching over. I mean, this right now is not the end of the world. You're keeping it close. Do you have anything to say about these hills? I mean, these ones are pretty standard right now. It's just, you know, they're just trades going on.
I'm seeing that. Oh, I could have, like, as a team, we could have, 2 of us could have pushed up easily, broken point. We could have got better pinches. Yeah,
that's what I mean. A lot, like right now, look again, just 1v1s. It's just a lot of like, it just seems a lot of like solo fights. Like, look at number 8 right now. Number 8. He should have, like, I don't know where he's sitting, but he should have this whole right side. There's no way this number 1 gets through right now. Like, I don't know where he's sitting, but this is what you should be looking at in the VODs. You should be saying right now, Bo, okay, where were you sitting? So we now know that's not a great spot. Because if you look at the minimap right now, number 1 should not be able to leave the thing. Can you see what I'm saying? Like, look at this, look at this. He leaves it, and he sneaks up on Bo. But he shouldn't be able to do that. Look at that. And now look, where do you guys spawn? You spawn out. Same thing. Remember what I said about number 7 right now? What does number 7 need to do right now?
Play his life.
Play his fucking life. It's not going to be easy. He needs to get out of there. He needs to go through catwalk, finesse, get to the back right now. He's gonna be literally by himself. He goes through. He's staying in the hill, and he's just going to get the pressure to him. Luckily, the teammate nades him, but yeah, you can see he's going to die now. The second he dies, again, the spawns are going to be all over the place now. So the problem that I'm seeing from them is they don't have the outskirts again. So this team, I feel like they had so many gaps in their setup. I feel like you guys could really exploit them. But look at this right now. Number 5 and 6, you guys are sneaking on by. Number 5 right now, that's you. That's you. You should be like, oh, okay, what's going on? Let's see what you're doing here, Ward. So it's P2, right? And you somehow sneak through. With you sneaking through right now, you're like, okay, this isn't bad. I'm actually able to get through here. You should try to go to the back here with number 6. So number 6 dies. So I don't mind you playing your life here, just trying to get through. So this is okay what you're doing. And what you should do now is, again, look at the minimap. Take your time, look at the kill feed. So right now, let's see. This is the exact scenario you were in last time. Let's see what happens there. Where did your teammate spawn? Okay, let's see your teammate spawn. So your teammate spawns out. The second you see number 8 spawn out, what does that say? You don't have the spawns right now. Take your time, play your life, okay? And look at the minimap. This is how you can tell. So you don't know where they are. I can tell you, it's obviously you're not going to know where they are right now. Let's see the mini-map. Let's see the mini-map. What happens? There you go. Number 8 spawns out. The second you see both spawn out, what does that tell you?
I need to pay my life that we don't have spawns.
Yeah, so someone's going to spawn on your left, right? They're going to have these spawns right now, which is stupid in terms of you're right there, but it makes sense once you understand it. So right now, because your teammate spawns out, you should just expect it. Although, again, it's a bit stupid, you should expect him to be on your left here. So you go through, and look at that, he spawns right on your left. So you should play for this guy right now. Let's see what happens. A little bit unfortunate. So those are one of those things that it just happens, okay? Just the more you play, just stuff like that. Maybe you could see, well, how did he gun me? Well, he was the aggressor. He got the peak, his advantage. Maybe I could have played a little bit different. Stuff like that, okay? But good play from him is what it is. Now, wait to pay attention to the minimap for me. Look at number 4. This is the one time I've seen it all game. No one's really done this right now. He's cutting the lanes off. No one from anyone in this game has cut the lanes off for some reason. But look what he does. He's cutting the lanes. He's keeping you guys trapped in there. That's what I said at the start. If I'm them right now, I'm saying, yo, can we stop this team from leaving P5? Like, why do they keep getting through? And look what they do. They stop you from leaving P5. There you go. Now where are you going to spawn? You're going to spawn all the way at the back there. And that's what you want to do. Now look, Value's holding the angle again. Now they've just got you guys trapped here. Same thing. They got you guys trapped here. So both times on these P2, you guys have struggled to rotate early. But let's see what happens here. Really important, okay? With 30 seconds left, right? What you should be doing is forgetting the spawns for P2. Like I said earlier, you now want to break it from the front, get the kills if you can, and then keep them trapped at the back. That's what you want to do. You want to keep them trapped P2, okay? You don't want the P2 spawns right now.
Value with a huge 2 on side door. Jumped in mid window. You almost had him too, holy shit.
So I had to shut the window. So where you guys spawning right now? So you're spawning actually in okay position, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see how you kind of hold the rest of the hill here. So 25 seconds left. So give me some thoughts. What's going on right now, War? Watching this back right now, what do you think you could do right now with 20 seconds left?
No, because I think teammates were giving my teammates were giving comment. Oh, we're still spawning. We saw P3 spawn.
Yeah.
We're still spawning tunnel. So it's like in my head, oh, if we don't win this, that's fine. If we don't win this, break, that's fine.
So this is my issue with the current thing, right? I agree with what you're saying, but what's happening now is with 20 seconds left, number 7 and number 8, I don't mind them putting pressure, but I feel like you need somebody like the route number 8's taking for me isn't a good route because now you're playing with fate here. Like if number 1 decided to rotate, let's say number 1 decided to push through the outer skirts, right? And number 8 flanks them. With 20 seconds, you might lose spawns here. So I just don't love this play from number 8 from Bo right now because you don't want to lose a spawn. So let's see what happens. Now, number 6 and number 5, okay, is what you two are doing again. I don't like this. Now, other people might disagree. I don't like what you guys are doing. I think right now, with 10 seconds left, you guys are so like at the back. Like you at the back right now, I hate it. I feel like you'll be so much more valuable pushed out. Like if you pushed out here, right? They're not going to spawn behind you if your whole team's here. They're going to still spawn there. Like if I'm you and I'm sitting here, you get so much more intel. You can actually catch them while they're sprinting. Like you can catch this guy while he's sprinting and spawn him back there. Like you being back here, if he kills you once, you're going to spawn out.
Yeah, because I see videos of people playing top snow and have like maze control and then
P2
window control, and I'm like, that's such a good spot, but I feel like it's so advanced. It's such an advanced spot to hold.
But like right now, look at this. Look at this. Okay, let me show you the problem right now. I'm gonna show you right now. Look where number 1 is. You should have had an engagement with him right now. Let's back off. Look where number 1 goes. You right now, I literally said it before I saw it. You should be here. Let me tell you why. Right now, you're giving them map control. You want to catch them in the sprint. You right now, if you're sitting where I told you to sit or where I thought you should have sat, right now, number 1, you kill him. The second you kill number 1, this guy spawns all the way back here. You've just delayed their push for 20 seconds. That 1 kill. But now look what's happened. You're getting him pushing through. You get some shots off, but look how far they pushed up now. And now they're distracting you. Now you're worried about them. Now look. But can you see the difference? And now you're pushed out. And now look, again, now his teammate gets a kill. Completely different. Now his teammates gets a kill. Number 7 now spawns out. Just like that, you guys have now literally lost a setup. Look at that. That's crazy. There's no way you guys should lose that setup that easily. There's no way. And now you're by yourself. Okay?
Yeah, I see it.
What do you think? What do you think about that, what we just said?
Yeah, like alone, if I was just in the spot where you told me to, I would have.
Just from that one
The
play,
whole break would have never
yes.
happened.
Just from that one play, you would have got a kill and delayed them. Now, the
Yeah.
same thing with your team, though. Your team needs to push out as well. But just from you pushing out, you'll be fine there. Now, 20 seconds left, same thing. Number 4's roaming. You need to get this kill and push out the map. You need to get mid-map control. You need to cut the lanes. Look at your arrows. Everyone's going backwards. Why is everyone going backwards? With 15 seconds left, where should you be? You guys should be pushed out, man. You should have somebody there. What I like to do is I like to sit here, man. I like to literally sit here and cut the lanes, get a kill, reposition, just get mixy with it. There's no static. You don't need to be static. Shall I tell you what I do right now? You said to me, where should I sit? You said like, what if one player dies here? Yeah. If you open up with a 2-piece, let's just say you're sitting up here in this corner, right? You're going to guarantee a freebie. They're going to walk past you. If you can somehow get a 2-piece as your first kill, the second you get these kills, right? You've literally set yourself up for 30 seconds. Because by the time they spawn up, these two are going to be pushing out. They are going to have to wait for their team again. That's going to be another 10, 15 seconds. By the time they get there, chuck the nade, it's going to be a 25-second wait. Okay?
Yeah, like,
so
like where number 1 is, where the number 1 arrow is on the attack maps. I'm just so paranoid. I'm going to flip spawns. I'm going to flip the spawns, and then my team is going to die, and then they're going to have hardpoint for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, but it just depends where everyone is, though. It's not like that. Like right now, if this is your setup,
so trash.
Yeah, I agree. But then I'd rather people like give the spawns like they're trash and shit. I agree, but they're not like right now. With this setup, I don't know, man. It's just you need to have map control. You need to have map control. Like the spawns, they're not going to just spawn behind you for the sake of it. Like they only spawn behind you if something opens up. You know what I mean? Like if you're number 8 there, like one of you should push up at least. Let's say you want to play a little bit conservative because you're saying I'm scared of spawns. At least 1 or 2 of you push up. You can still hold the spawns from the back. But right now you have 4 of you back there. Like for example, look at this setup right now. So you're telling me if number 6 was pushed up, then you'll spawn out. It doesn't make sense because your team's still there. So at least have 1 or 2 of you pushed up. Like, look how deep number 6 is. He shouldn't get this fight right now. Look at this. This is so like the opposite of what you. Oh no, what happened? Oh, I think we were. What bit were we on? Okay, we were. Okay. So right here, why is he able to jump out that window? He should not be able to jump out that window right now. 10 seconds left. He should not be able to jump out that window. He should be dead right now. Okay. Now look, because your team is playing so deep. Look what happens. There is zero way that should happen. There's no way that like you should let that happen as a team. That should be when you go into VOD review, that right there should be stopped. You say, why the fuck are they escaping that? How are they getting out of P5 right now? There's 10 seconds left. How are they getting out of P5? That should be the first thing you guys speak about. Okay. And now look, number 4 is pushing through. There's gaps in the setup. He takes out Bo. He takes out number 7. And now you're by yourself there. Now you're panicking. Number 6 is backing off. And now where do you guys spawn? You guys spawn out. The setups just aren't good, okay? Because you guys are playing too passive and you're just allowing them to push the hill. That's like the second time in a row that you guys got broken without even getting 1 wave of kills. And both times, you guys were playing very, very passive. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I see it.
So now you said to me at the start, oh, I'm scared of losing spawns. I'd rather you take more risks, push out the map a little bit. If you lose spawns, you lose spawns. At least you would learn from that. Because right now, you lost spawns anyways. So your way's not working. So why not push out a little bit and at least try that way? Because I guarantee it would be a lot better than what you guys are currently doing.
Okay, so do you think it should only be 1 or 2 people on team that should be pushed out?
Again, bro, it's just having a feel for the game for the moment. There's no like rules. There's no rule. It just depends. Like if you have 1 person at the back, like on this P4, if you have 1 person like sitting on the hill watching this side, right? And 1 person watching over him, you don't need the other 2 sitting back. You can let one of them go rogue. Like let one of your teammates sit top server in the corner here and he'll have the whole middle map. You see what I mean? And then it's just like, there's no like, you don't have to have like a strict setup. Like, okay, one of us is pushed out. We can't have more people. It's just having a feel for the game. And it's hard to like tell you unless you have proper setups. But I think like right now you guys have 4 people playing passive. At least to start with, you need people pushing out. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you look at the scoreboard, it's just, yeah, go on. What were you going to say?
I see it now, and I'm like, oh, if we watched it, like, oh, if we watched this one angle, we would have had the 460. If we like, oh, if we broke from here, we would have broken way easier.
Literally, it's just like even this game, the engagements were so little because your team were playing so passive, right? That you guys did it when you have the spawns. You didn't manipulate. You didn't get like a 3-piece. Your kill feed wasn't red because you were just letting them put the pressure on you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's end it there. Let's end the first recording there. That was a very detailed one, an hour long. YouTube, you guys know the drill, man. If you guys enjoy these long breakdowns, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the boy War, obviously showing the gameplay. We're trying to get him to that next level, so I'm quite harsh, making sure they really up their gameplay and stuff. But YouTube, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.
That was an hour? Ain't no